So I want to talk a little bit more about you and your music and R&B. Like you said earlier, R&B singers are a little bit more in touch with their emotional side.
Yeah.
You are working on music currently, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I got 1 month to finish my album, or I'm
You
gonna
got
miss
it.
the deadline to drop it this year. So I'm working on an album entitled "Beautiful Pain," and you know it's all about my unexpected divorce and this new relationship I'm in now, and it has been it has been the most draining,
Mm,
life-altering, creative breakthrough. First of all, I've never
hmm
made an album that I personally have considered art.
Okay.
I'm talking about like I got a couple pieces out there.
hmm
People love what they love, but I've never done an album and said, you know, like take the curtain off and go, never. It's 20 songs, Beautiful Pain, like set up the lights, put the shit on the table and just let it spin in circles slow, like this right here.
Gotcha. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
That's
And then
that's what I've created.
the last question I have with you is, with that creative process, with you experiencing so many different highs and lows through these various relationships, how are you able to process that and put that in music? Is it something instant where something happens or you feel something, you instantly get to writing and creating a melody? Or do you like take longer to process those
Yeah.
emotions and sit with it before
Well,
you're hitting the studio?
although I have songs like Sweet Lady and Lately and What Am I Gonna Do and all these records that represents love and
hmm
represents the sentiment of I like you, I love you. One of the things I've also never said publicly was I don't remember struggling as much as I did while being so very publicly married
hmm
to my ex. I was in the studio like, okay, most women, not all, but most women have integrity.
hmm
Screaming and going crazy, lusting or desiring somebody else's man or their husband is an uncomfortable instinct for most
hmm
women. So I was like, well, what the fuck do I do about that? You know, I
Right.
go to the studio, what am I singing? Am I about to do a whole album? Finally, your number love's on top, baby, cause you're the one. Like, am I about to do a whole album of latelys and love on top? Women ain't gonna wanna hear that.
Mm,
I'm known for singing about sex, sensual
mm,
vibrations in the bedroom. I'm not about to do a whole album singing about sex with my wife. So what do I do about that?
right.
I can't paint no. I'm not in the clubs. I can't sing about that. I'm not about to be out here with the goofy shit. It would be almost unbelievable to see anybody else as a leading lady
Mm,
in my video. And if she is in my video, how uncomfortable is my wife gonna be with what I have to do to this woman in the video?
right.
I was fucked up. I could not even go to the studio. I was so confused about the narrative, the angle. I couldn't make it authentic for me.
hmm
And although I knew I was in love and I knew I had something, I was like, how do I take this and put it into an album?
Right.
I couldn't figure it out. So as soon as she left me, it was it was a moment that just had to happen.
Mm.
20 songs. It's coming. Beautiful Pain.